Hey, it's Damon Clark from PI Hacks. So I've not been on for a couple of weeks and I apologize for that. It's just been super busy here. But I thought I would jump on today and share some exciting news that Predictive Index has released inside the modules. So if you remember the old 1.0 software, the old software, and I think some people are still on that software, the more kind of complex clients with integrations are on the current old software, and they're just making sure it's going to be a seamless integration to the new version when you transfer over. But that old software, you can actually build a relationship guide. As long as you had Inspire, you could build a relationship guide with basically anyone, candidates, employees. But in the new software, previous to this week, you could only build a relationship guide with employees, meaning you couldn't put candidates in a relationship guide, which was a big shame because if you're interviewing someone, it's really useful to do an interview guide with the interviewer, the hiring manager, and the candidate. It's really good to analyze that relationship with their team members, etc., etc. So the good news is now PI has now changed this, and you can now access interview guides within Hire, if you've got the Inspire module. Okay, so you're going to need the Inspire module. So I'm going to jump on and show you what that looks like. So I'm going to share my screen. Here we go. Bear with me. Okay, here we go. Share. So this is the new 2.0 software, and we're going to pop into Hire. Let's go into Hire. This is my demo account, so it's got fake data in, etc. And let's go to Business Development Representative. Okay, great. So let's look at Pamela. Maybe we've got Pamela move into the interview stages here. Let's click on her. And you'll notice we've got all the usual stuff. We've got the snapshots, behavior reports, behavioral, job fit, etc., interview questions, all that usual stuff. And I'm going to pop down to, here we go, Working Dynamics, Interview Guide. Now, if I pop on Interview Guide there, that's going to bring up Pamela, and I can put myself in here. I can put team members in here. I can put the hiring manager in there and print it out and give it to the hiring manager. And I'm going to press See Relationship. And that's going to give that awesome relationship guide. So we're going to look at our PA profiles over one and each other. It looks like me and Pamela would have a fantastic night out and would get into lots of trouble and fun there, because you're going to get that magnified behavior, that comfort with risk between us. Although you'll notice that my profile is quite an unusual profile. It's quite wide here. So here we go. That's me and Pamela. And it's going to go through relationship traits. It's going to go through those relationship caution areas. It's going to give you some tips. And down below here, this is a bit I really like. It's going to give you some relationship guides to hiring. So it's going to look at the candidate. It's going to give you some tips. And this is mostly based on understanding strengths and confirming them. Remember, if we use those strengths, we're more likely to get more engaged and more productive employees and happy employees because we're hardwired to want to use those strengths. And it's also going to do two other things. It's going to look at potential caution areas and specifically recommend that you probe those caution areas and specifically look at awareness and coping mechanisms. So it's got some details on some prompts to help you with that. Secondly, it's going to kind of remind you or prompt you to look at that relationship with your team members. Sometimes you want more of the same behavior, and that can cause some friction in itself. Sometimes you want complementary behavior. So it's just going to kind of prompt you to look at the relationships and how that employee is going to gel and complement the existing team. And last of all, it says, ensure a smooth candidate experience. It's going to give you some tips to tailor that candidate experience to that particular profile. We don't want to treat all candidates the same. We want to try and use our behavioral understanding to really get the most out of the candidate experience according to their behavior. And that's it. So that is the new relationship guide, some new features in there. But just to kind of sum up, we're now able to review relationships with candidates and employees, and previously couldn't. So great news. And as we move forward, there were some features in 1.0 which aren't available in 2.0, and PI are kind of systematically going through the most popular ones and adapting and changing and putting new features in, etc. So It's really exciting times if you're a PI customer because there's a lot of new added features coming into the software. Hope that was useful. Please remember to like and subscribe because it allows us to do more of these videos. And any questions and comments, please put below and we'll try and get back to them. Thanks a lot.